Hello everyone, welcome back to Shadow Stories. Tonight, we're stepping into something far more real, the world of terrifying games that people dare to play in real life. From chilling rituals whispered about online, to spine-tingling challenges passed down like urban legends. These games blur the line between thrill and danger. Here are 3 real-life horror games you should never try alone. Have you ever heard of the Midnight Man? A deadly ritual whispered about on the internet. They say if you play the game wrong, he'll come for you. Tonight, I'm going to tell you exactly how it works and why you should never, ever try it. The Midnight Game, also called the Midnight Man Ritual, is one of the most infamous paranormal dares on the internet. Supposedly, it was once a pagan punishment ritual used to teach respect for the spirits. But in modern times, it has turned into a game where the prize is survival and the punishment is death. To play, you'll need just a few items: a piece of paper and a pen, a needle, a candle and matches, salt, and most importantly, a door made of wood. You begin the game at exactly 11:59 p.m. Write your full name on the piece of paper, then prick your finger with the needle and drop a single drop of blood onto the paper. This is your invitation. Now, place the paper in front of the wooden door. Light the candle. At the stroke of 12 a.m., knock on the door 22 times. The final knock must land exactly at midnight. After your final knock, open the door, blow out your candle, and then close the door again. By doing this, you have invited the Midnight Man inside your home. Now relight your candle immediately. The game has begun. From midnight until 3:33 a.m., you must wander your house in total darkness with only your candle to guide you. Your goal? Avoid the Midnight Man at all costs. If your candle ever goes out, that means he's near. You must relight it within 10 seconds. If you fail, quickly draw a circle of salt around yourself. That is your only protection. But beware, you must remain trapped in the circle until 3:33 a.m. If you don't, he will take you. The signs of his presence are chilling: a sudden drop in temperature, whispering sounds just out of earshot, a figure lurking in the corner of your vision. If you feel him, run. But never leave the house, never turn on the lights, and never ever try to quit before 3:33 a.m. If you survive until 3:33 a.m., the game ends. The Midnight Man will leave, but the legend warns, he never truly goes away. Some players say after the ritual, they continue to see him in the shadows, watching, waiting, and others, well, they were never heard from again. So, would you dare to play the Midnight Game? I don't recommend it. After all, games are meant to be fun, and the Midnight Man doesn't play for fun. He plays for souls. Did you enjoy this creepy story? If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss more terrifying games and rituals like this one. And now, let's move on to the next game. They call it the Three Kings Ritual, a dangerous game that people claim lets you step into another dimension or face something you can never unsee. But like all these so-called games, it comes with rules. Break them, and you may not return the same. To begin, you'll need a quiet, completely dark room, a large mirror, 2 additional chairs, a candle, a bucket of water and a towel, an object from your childhood, something deeply personal. You will also need a partner, someone you trust, because if something goes wrong, they may be the only one who can save you. Here's how you set up the ritual. At exactly 11 p.m., place one chair in the middle of the room. This is the throne. Put the other two chairs on either side of it, facing inward. These are the Queen's chair and the Fool's chair. On the throne, place the mirror directly in front of you. Place the candle in front of the mirror and keep the bucket of water and towel just within reach. Finally, put your childhood object on the floor, close enough that you can touch it. When everything is ready, leave the room. Make sure the door stays closed until it's time to return. At 3:30 a.m. sharp, return to the room. Sit down in the throne chair. Light the candle, but do not look directly into the mirror. If all has been set correctly, you will not be alone. You will feel a presence, two actually, one sitting in the Queen's chair and the other in the Fool's. Together they are the three kings. From here on you may ask questions, but beware. The Queen may tell you the truth and the Fool may tell you lies. The danger is you'll never know which is which. The rules are simple but strict. Never let the candle go out. Never leave the chair before 4:34 a.m. Never under any circumstances turn your head to look directly at the mirror or the figures in the chairs. Your partner must remain outside the room during the ritual. If something goes wrong, if you call out for help, if you don't return by 4:34 a.m., or if your candle goes out, they must rush in and drag you out, using the bucket of water if needed. But if they don't, then you may be stuck with the kings forever. If you last until 4:34 a.m., the ritual ends. Blow out the candle, leave the room, and never speak of what happened inside. Some players say they left with answers to questions they'd been too afraid to ask. Others claim they heard voices that weren't human, and some never walked out of the room at all. So tell me, would you sit on the throne and face the three kings? Remember, in this game, you're not the ruler, you're just the pawn. Let's move on to third game. They say hide and seek is just a children's game, but what if you played it alone? Hitori Kakurenbo, also known as one-man hide and seek, is a Japanese ritual said to summon restless spirits. It begins like a game, but once you start, you may not be the one in control anymore. To play, you will need a stuffed doll with all of its stuffing removed, uncooked rice, a needle and red thread, a pair of nail clippers or scissors, a cup of salt water, and most importantly, a safe place with a television or at least complete silence. Begin by cutting open the doll and removing all its stuffing. Replace the stuffing with uncooked rice. Add a piece of your fingernail or hair inside the doll. Sew the doll back up with the red thread and tie off the end, but leave some thread hanging like an umbilical cord. Now, give the doll a name. Any name, because soon you'll be calling it. At exactly 3 a.m., fill a tub or sink with water, place the doll inside, then announce 3 times. Your name is the first ite. Go to another room, turn off all the lights, switch on the TV but only to static. Take your cup of salt water with you. This is your only protection. Now return to the bathroom. Take the doll out of the water and say, "I have found you," doll's name. Stab the doll with the scissors. Then say where you are at now. Leave the doll where it is and run to hide. The game has begun. From this point on, the spirit summoned into the doll will seek you. Signs of its presence are unmistakable. The TV changing channels on its own. Strange sounds in the house. Movement in the corner of your eye. If it finds you, the consequences are said to be fatal. To end the game, take the salt water. Keep it in your mouth but don't swallow. Find the doll wherever it has moved. Spit the salt water onto it and say, "I win," 3 times. The ritual will end, but the warnings remain. Never play the game longer than 2 hours. Never play outside of your own home. And never forget, once you invite a spirit in, it may not leave so easily. So tell me, would you dare play hide and seek with something not of this world? Remember, you might not be the one doing the seeking. Sometime, the doll finds you first. Each of these games has one thing in common. They're not just games, they're invitations to something darker. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because there are plenty more terrifying rituals and paranormal games still to come. And trust me, the next one is even scarier. So, are you ready to play again?